No, I didn't hear anything.
Scary Movie is considered to be one of the last good parody movies. Only fans of the movie consider this though. Other people consider it to be one of the worst movies of all time. It holds a special place in my heart for not only being one of the first horror movies I ever saw, but it's also one of the first movies rated 18 I ever saw. In fact, it may even be the first one. The film was written by, directed by, and stars the famous Wayans brothers, who created the incredibly funny sketch comedy show In Living Color and the incredibly unfunny movies White Chicks and Little Man. They also made a parody of the dance movie trend called Dance Flick, which honestly is not that bad. It's not that good, but it could have been much worse. It's also co-written by Seltzerberg, who would later go on to kill the parody genre date movie, epic movie, Meet the Spartans, and the worst movie I've seen in my entire life, Disaster Movie. Scary Movie is a parody of Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and other 90s and movies and TV shows. The basic plot is a hybrid of Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's actually really surprising how well the plots blend together. The jokes, in my opinion, are actually really funny. There are a lot of the Seltzerberg-esque let's make fun of it because it's popular jokes in there, but luckily they don't feel as forced at all. Would I have put the Blair Witch Project joke in? Definitely not. Would I have put in the Matrix joke? Fuck no. But sometimes the references and jokes are really funny, such as the Kazam reference.
Do you like scary movies?
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite?
Oh, I know. Kazam. You know, the one where Shaq plays a genie?
That's not a horror movie.
Well, you haven't seen Shaq act.
I mean, come on, how can you not laugh at that? Unless you don't know who Shaq is or think that everything Carmen Electra says is unfunny, which I would definitely not blame you for. The two main characters are Cindy Campbell and Brendan Meeks, who are played by Anna Faris and Regina Hall. Both of them come back for the first 3 sequels, but neither of them returns for the 5th film. They really hold the film together and have some of the funniest moments in there. Cindy is the really stupid, oblivious person who is almost the exact same throughout all the films, which you actually have to give the new writers in the 3rd movie credit for keeping it the same. Brenda is the stereotypical loud and crass black chick. She also had some of the funniest parts in the series, especially the scene where they make fun of the opening to Scream 2, which is just an incredibly hilarious scene start to finish. There are tons of sight gags and random blink or you miss it gags similar to the greatest parody movies ever made, such as Airplane and The Naked Gun. In fact, funnily enough, the writers for those films actually wrote the 3rd, 4th and 5th films as well. As I said before, the references never just flat out feel like they're being plagiarized, and they certainly don't parody comedies, except for literally one scene that parodies American Pie. Although that's not really a parody and more of just a reference. Scary Movie is pretty much the anti-Seltzerberg movie, which is weird as they were 2 of the 5 writers on the movie. Honestly, do I think Scary Movie is one of the greatest comedies ever made? No, I honestly don't even think it's a very good movie. However, I still do love it. Yeah, I know that's a little contradictory, saying something isn't good but then saying I love it. Well, the film as a whole isn't very well made. It's well structured, well paced and well written, but as a piece of cinema, it's not something that people are going to look back at in years to come and call a masterpiece. However, I do think that its target audience will find it really funny. The film's made for horror fans, which of course means it's for me. I laugh at it every time I watch it. It's one of my favourite comedies of all time, and it will always hold a special place in my heart. It's weird to think that a parody of a film that was a parody to begin with ended up being so funny. It's just a shame the sequels didn't come close at all. I give Scary Movie an A++.